Redemption Church. Key evidence collected. Was the place I was at somewhere else? Oh, when I got the evidence collected notification, was that... I'm not sure if that was for all or... Shit. I don't remember now.
Something's chewed this one up real bad.
Oh, there it is. Priest's diary. I burned the seductive witch, my daughter, my cursed seed. But she came back. How long will the Almighty test my faith? She is here, laughing at my weakness. Her body is not hers anymore. It is the filthy goat's womb, the breeder of the devil's spawn. She is mine, my blood, my treasure. Now neither the devil nor filthy men may touch her, for I have smitten her sinful flesh, mixed her beauty with dust. How can it be? How? She came back, born by the sinful hole her body turned to. She whispers to me, promising we'll be together always. They hanged me, their father, but not for long. That night I was born again. My dear daughter. That was probably the last one, right? Yep. I briefly thought, oh no, did I miss a piece of evidence I was supposed to find in the diving area that was related? But this area and that area are probably two different areas. Alright. Can I burn this building down? I don't suppose that's like a fun plot point I can make, right? Just burn down some of these nightmare places. The fire probably won't spread that far. You know, everything's wet. Probably just take out the one building, which is for the best. But speaking honestly, burning this entire place down would probably be for the best. Historical heritage. Redemption Church. I don't know how this quest works. It just says, built by the Carpenter family, today's Redemption Church provides spiritual guidance to the city's most damaged districts. It just says where it is. These sites have been damaged, some beyond repair. It's our duty to preserve what's left of them. I don't know. How am I meant to interpret this quest? Because it has a little pin that indicates there's something I'm supposed to do.
Church of Redemption, founded in 1667. Cast away from your evil deeds and find redemption in our Lord.
Maybe that was it? Nope. That was a sound effect. I imagine I'm supposed to something. That one gravestone had just sunk entirely into the ground. Yeah, this entire graveyard is a mess. Which is not a surprise. Because it's in the city, where everything's a mess. I might ignore this quest for now because I don't have context for it. Like, yo, these are historical sites, check them out, maybe try to preserve them or something. Oh shit, that's what that sound was. I triggered one of these. Weird.
You cannot build here. It's cursed. Cursed. The skies smote the carpenters for their sins. You cannot build a church in this place.
Good. Let this place be our legacy. May the horror that befell the carpenters be forgotten, and hope take its place. Esse quam videri.
Is there another one? Oh, yep. Oh, it's behind the whole church. Are there any downstairs? Upstairs? Nope. So I guess they're flashbacks about the origins of these locations. So now when I revisit various important locations, I'll get one of these little sequences when I click on the right spot first. Probably the sign for the place.
quick, Reverend, I implore you. I lost everything to this fire. My house, my family. No need to recite every single bloody name.
Let's get a handle on what actually happened here.
All of them react to the tragedy as being in the past tense. Like that's the guy who was saying that it happened. Are you the first one? Oh yeah, that's the guy.
You cannot build here. It's cursed.
Good. Let this place be our
So I think he ignored the warning and then paid the consequence.
Hope take its place.
I think that's the order here.
Esse quam videri. Make it quick, Reverend, I implore you. I lost everything to this fire. My house, my family. No need to recite every single bloody name.
The old Carpenter Manor stood here centuries ago, until a fire destroyed it and killed most of the family. The church was built over the ruin.
Oh god damn it, they're talking about carpenters, as in like a family called the Carpenters. God damn it. Yep. That was my mistake. So I think I need to visit with Graham again, is the next point. I think that's where we're going next. So I thought, oh, the carpenters, because you know they're working on a church, which would require carpenters. So I thought that literally the carpenters were hurt in the process. But no, they're talking about the carpenters isn't a family who died. That's why I was so confused about like which one of these is before or after the tragedy, because I thought they were talking about they had some attempt to build this place, and the carpenters all had tragedy, and then they rebuilt it anyway, and then that had another tragedy or something. But they're saying that before any of those events happened, a family called the Carpenters had a tragedy, and I'm like, ah, what an unfortunate name for this specific situation. For me, pretty much just for me. That. So I figure we just go to the sun now and see what happens. I think we just go to him with the information, right? Bleh. By the way, did you guys even know there was a nightmare person in the side room over here?
Tell me why you tried to kill your father.
What are you talking about?
I know all about your plan. I have proof. Just level with me.
I knew you weren't just a worker. Look, I'm not proud of what I did. He's my father. But he was a terrible, terrible man. Crime has always been my family's business. I want to change that. I want to help people. But he will never stand for it.
So that's how it is.
My father sent you here, am I right?
Yeah, you're right. I'm Charles Reed.
I can change this city, Mr. Reed. But to do that, I must be the head of the Carpenter family. I need to have that influence. I'll pay you if you need, but please listen to your conscience. Brutus will not change. He harms so many, he must die.
Actually, I do need something. In exchange, can you smuggle a man out of the city?
Ah, I can. If that's what you want, I'll arrange everything.
Yeah, you're right. You can count me in.
Thank you. You've made the right choice, Mr. Reed.
Goodbye.
Not gonna lie, this quest got so involved that I kind of basically forgot that the entire context was just that we stumbled into this entire insane situation just because that one guy was like, yo, if you want the information from me, you better smuggle me through this. You better.
Huh. Now, weren't you the one who called Robert an ape lover, Brutus?
He's like, if you want this information from me, you better let me out of this, get me out of the city. Do this entire crazy daisy chain of events. Try to remember why I was helping him in the first place a little bit. The context for that. Okay. I'm gonna go back and kill Graham now. Salvation Harbor. On Calm Shore Street. Between Seven Oaks and Skipper. Seven Oaks? Skipper. There we go. Had to find him again. Because sure, we've dealt with him before, but it's been a bit. I have to relocate his hideout. So there have been attempts. So this is the kind of person I am so far, huh? I essentially investigate some kind of crime, and then I go in and help them finish the crime that they failed to do correctly the first time around. That appears to be my pattern so far. We'll have to figure out what that says about me, I suppose. What was that, some kind of attempted murder? Well, on second thought, I guess I will help you with that attempted murder. The things that set the first quest apart is that the guy, I guess, didn't have any justification for what he did. He was just nuts. Or was he? He was either crazy or racist. Well, he was racist, but he was either, but the murder was either because he was crazy or racist. And that's well behind us now. I'm gonna have to shoot everybody in this entire building, including these guys that are loading shotguns, huh? That's not gonna be welcome. There's a chance this may not go well for me.
I know who's behind the attempt on your life, Mr. Carpenter.
And? Don't make me wait, kid.
First, I want to know what your plans are for when you resume as head of the family.
Everything will go back to how it was before. Tradition exists for a reason, kid. Besides, it's none of your damn business.
You know, I met your son. I think it's time for a change in leadership.
I'm about to die. She's... Wow. Wow. She came after me. Ow. Hit scan, no. Hit scan, no. You're getting me, hit scan. Uh-oh. Alright, well, that's a problem. Yep. First of all, he walked through a door. Fuck you. He literally walked through a solid door and killed me. That wasn't very nice. It turns out the smartest way to break into a stronghold is probably not the front door. I mean, it's probably not by being in the middle of the HQ. In this case, it probably is the front door. I'm all broke up. Yeah, I said the exact opposite of what I meant in the first time around. It is probably the smartest thing for me to just come in the front door, guns a-blazing. That's probably a more effective than... Does my flashlight work? Oh yeah, it's just barely there. It's probably more effective than standing in the room with like 5 enemies that all simultaneously target me and shoot me at the same time. Whoa! Whoa!
He's completely mad.
Whoa! Whoa. That's not good. Ouchies. Ouchies. That was unexpected. They just came straight at me. I guess that means that my work in progress is still in progress. Is everybody in here already dead? Did I not need to come in here? What? I shot you in the head, dude. Oh. Wow. Death is weird in this game. So if you die after shooting somebody, it still already happened. It doesn't rewind you to before then and have you try again. So I didn't need to come back in here at all. I already won. Weird. I should be able to take all their ammo.
Yeah, top marks for quantity, but so much for quality. Even my gear's in better shape.
I guess that's the justification for why I won't take all that very useful potential stuff. Is that I guess it's all garbage. Hmm. Ooh, right, that occasional thing where sometimes it doesn't consume resources. Like, oh, one more click and I'll be out. And then I wasn't out after that click. As far as I can tell, that's why. They all get swept around by the door. Alright. Well, I've taken out Brutus. Which, holy shit. Quite the expectation to put on this detective that I mean, he has some desperate scrapes with here and there with the monsters and everything, but like I wouldn't think of him to be like a Clint Eastwood gunslinger dude. I'm kind of surprised that that's a canonical thing that can happen in the game. Is yeah, I just wiped out this entire facility filled entirely with you know, an entire mafia organization just single-handedly. Because in my head I'm thinking in survival horror terms, all these monster fights are like desperate, horrible struggles. Oh no, how's he gonna get through this one? Good thing he had a Molotov and stuff like that, and knew the weird elemental weakness of the globby monster that's pretty slow and easy to manipulate. But humans are all supposed to be equally dangerous as me on some level. And this guy just kind of seems schlubby and drunk and wrecked with like migraines and desperation. And like, so like the idea that he just turned around and took those dudes out was a bit of a surprise. And I guess in both cases I probably shoot my way in. Huh. Huh. So now he's like an ultra capable badass, which really changes his context in the story a little bit.
Your father is dead, Mr. Carpenter. You're the head of the family now.
This brings me no joy. But thank you. You made the right choice. A noble choice, despite what it entailed. I had to kill my father twice. I had to ask you to stain your hands too. But the guilt isn't yours. I take the blame entirely.
It's all right, Mr. Carpenter. Now, will you help me?
Of course I will. I'm in your debt. Thank you once again.
Goodbye.
Brutus is dead.
Something wrong.
Escaped from Oakmont. Hopefully he's a good dude. Hopefully he can fight off the cultists. Also, hopefully I just killed all the cultists already. Like, there was a big group of people in that flashback, but there was also a big group of people in that room. Like, I killed a lot of people in that room. It seems to me like maybe I just went ahead and, you know, killed everybody. Brutus's hideout, that one's already done. Fred was in the basement of the fish market. Gotcha. There's the hospital over there. Could check that out. Let's go to the fish market first. Right, there we go. Yeah, honestly, the core threat of helping Brutus, who seems to be the moral superior of the two characters, is that he might be manipulated by the cultists. But what cultists? I'm not necessarily aware of the scale of the cult, but it seemed like it was just that one. It seemed like that building was the cult, and I saw X number of people, and the number of people I saw in that dive down area seemed like a almost identical number of people. So I just killed all of those people. So like, it seems to me like there's nobody left, right? That seems like the cult's gone, so the threat of him succumbing to the cult would also be gone. I don't know, that's my headcanon.
The fish market you see now was sponsored by the generous Blackwood family and maintained by the Honorable Marsh family from Innsmouth.
We'll see if the game explicitly disproves my idea of what's going on.
What are you doing? You can't just kill us all. That's our market.
That's quite a protest to for everyone around you being murdered. Is like, you can't do that. That's not fair.
Being good Christians,
Please,
we're giving the
help me out.
Innsmouth refugees
I'll take
a
anything.
chance to earn their bread. So pack up and leave the fish market.
Please, help me out.
So they forced the Innsmouthers to have access. They gave them the fish market forcefully by murdering everyone who wouldn't give it over. I guess people are still begging for help right now, which means that that means I could be attacked if there were monsters around in these moments.
The Blackwoods will continue to support the Innsmouthers, and we expect the Marsh family to keep their word too.
Time to figure this out.
This is not... This minigame makes no sense, like 80% of the time.
Being good Christians, we're giving the Innsmouth refugees a... What are you doing? You can't just kill us all. Stop. That's our market. The Blackwoods will continue to support the Innsmouthers, and we expect the Marsh family to keep their word too.
The Innsmouthers took over the fish market with the help of the Blackwoods, who cut a tidy deal with the Marshes.
Blah, 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 blah. It is me, the weird blip blip worm from Penumbra Black Plague? Was that what it was called? I almost said Dark Descent, but that's Amnesia. I don't know, whatever Penumbra game I played with Andrew when we first started Let's Playing 8 years ago. You remember, you were there? No, none of you were there. Only some of you have maybe looked that far back, but none of you were there.
It's done, Fred. The Carpenters will be getting in touch soon. Now, do you have something for me?
Perfect. All right, listen up. I've arranged a meeting with a certain high-ranking member of the EOD. His name is Ebony Blackwood.
I don't remember.
Haven't had the pleasure. Anything I should know about him?
Ebony is a preacher at the fish market and a high-ranking priest within the order. Very knowledgeable and very dangerous if you cross him. So I recommend that you don't cross him. Follow me so far?
Gotcha. Keep talking.
If the order knows something, it's a good bet that Ebony does too. If they have your professor, he knows where she's being kept. I'll give you the address to the meeting place. He'll be expecting me, not you. So keep your wits about you.
All right. Thanks, Fred. Good luck and safe travels.
Thanks. I'll need it.
Run! Everything's fucked! Hey, we leveled up. Isn't that nice? Got my gangster costume unlocked. Got my gangster costume on lockdown. Skills. Oh, I have 2 points. I really don't notice when they happen. And then this game doesn't go like, exclamation point, you have new skills. So I have to just check. More experience. Sane longer. Would make some sense. Tempting. I've already maxed out the entire crafting tree. Carrying more rounds would be good, but I don't even have that gun or that gun, so... Could do one more of the two kits. Yeah, that makes sense. One more grenade and firebomb. Maybe. %chance to double damage with the revolver. Trench sweeper. Clean the streets with the wider shotgun spread and improve damage. Oh. Alright. Let's make the shotgun scary. That seems like a good idea to me. Nosedive. A photo of Evernote. Ah. One eye's all goopy. Fred has managed to set up a meeting for me with Evernote Blackwood. I need to keep in mind that Evernote will be expecting Fred instead of me. This meeting is to take place in Central Reed Heights in a flooded office on Sam Reed Street between Innsmouth Road and Oak Street. Central Reed Heights. Sam Reed Street. Here we are. I'm right on it. Between Innsmouth and Oak Street. I was so close. In the water, Okay. So we have to boat there and then hop out. More or less. Nosedive. We're just about out of time for the episode though, so let's go ahead and find a historical location to round this out. Reasonable way to spend the episode. We've already done the fish market. Gotcha. Let's check out the hospital. Why not? What's your dark and twisted past, St. Mary's Hospital? So far, it's always death. What? It's always what about this place led to death. We have a curse, and we have political mobster underdealings. And now what?
Hospital of St. Mary, founded 1862. Designed by B.A. Kaplan. Every life matters.
Do you have what it takes to be a Kaplan?
I'll send whatever help I can, but there's no room here. We have our hands full.
This way. Stay by the fire while I try to find you some medicine.
New victims. And if the flood won't relent, there'll be even more.
Time to figure this out.
New victims. And if the flood won't relent...
This way. Stay by the fire while I try to find you some medicine.
I'll send whatever help I can, but there's no room here. We have our hands full.
The flood was sudden and hit the city hard. The hospital staff tried to help, but quickly ran out of room and medicine.
I'm glad I was right, because those three could have happened in any order and they would have all been equally fine in that order too. Like, they were three seemingly disconnected events that all featured different characters that just painted the overall portrait of how bad things were here. So, I don't know, maybe every combination is the correct answer, or maybe I really did nail it the first time. Usually they're all in a line, which makes the whole thing extra trivial. They're usually just physically in a line, which makes it basically not even a deductive game. But that one, like, I could justify them happening in any order. The only way I could think of there being an order is if you zoom in on each individual character model, and maybe you can tell the continuity of them walking from scene to scene and tell the order that way. Like they could have been like them offloading the dead, for example, could have been the last scene, or being turned away at the hospital could have been followed by stay here by the fire and I'll go scavenge for medicine or something like that. Like that, I don't think that there was a set in stone answer that time around. The flood took everybody by surprise. With the death toll numbering in the hundreds, St. Mary's Hospital was overwhelmed with new patients and had neither room nor medicine for them all. Luckily, the locals banded together to deal with the crisis. Looking at the city now, it seems that unity quickly disappeared.